we break down the possible or rumored matches for WrestleMania 32.
Huh. Let's talk about that.
Okay.
The following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
It's still real to me, damn it!
Welcome to part 3 of episode 91. 91, so close to 100.
91.
What are we going to do when 100 gets here?
We're going to have a big celebration.
And this is Let's
we're gonna have
Talk About That, and we're going to talk about some possible matches, all rumor matches that should happen at WrestleMania 32 because nothing's been announced.
Nothing.
They should start announcing the night after Fastlane. It will be the right thing to do because the world title match will be set at Fastlane and so should a lot of other matches.
You know what wouldn't bother me if the night after the Royal Rumble they start making matches?
Used to be.
Used to be.
Some of the matches we just read over in part 2 took place and inside the Royal Rumble and set up the feuds there.
Thank you.
But
they can't write that far out.
They can't write that far.
It scares them.
But we're gonna, with nothing, like I said, nothing announced for the pay-per-view, and it's only a few weeks away. I mean, it'll be here before we know it.
Yes.
We're gonna look ahead at Dallas and WrestleMania, and we're going to try to predict just this week the 5 championship matches that should take place.
Yes.
Now, I mean, I already got it booked already. Roman Reigns versus Hunter.
Of course.
But what if it isn't? What if it's Dean Ambrose and Hunter? What if it's the Intercontinental title versus the WWE Championship?
It would be different.
When's the last time that happened? It's been a while since that's happened.
Well, we just talked about one time it happened.
Yes.
With the Ultimate Challenge.
There you go. People love Dean anyway, and that was everybody like, oh, the Golden Boy, Roman
Called the
Reigns.
Lunatic Challenge.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
But unless that happens, which would be nice,
Yes.
we're looking at probably Roman Reigns and Hunter,
Yes.
which was because he was in the main event last year at Fastlane for a shot at the championship at WrestleMania 2. So, is this a running thing for Roman Reigns?
Isn't that interesting?
Kind of sucks. That's bad writing. Can't even think of nothing different from the year before. So, but looking at the Intercontinental title match, that was a little hard to pick because there's so many different ways they're going to it.
They are.
Because right now they got Dean and Dolph fighting. Would you add Dolph to this? Would you not add Dolph to this? Would you add Dolph to something else? You know? What would you think?
Well, here's my thing. You've got Intercontinental Championship, and I guess we're only supposed to be talking about these, but...
Yes, next week we'll be talking about more.
Well, you got 3 people in this. You got Dean, you got Daniel Bryan, and you got Kevin Owens.
Well, Daniel Bryan's never lost Intercontinental title.
How
about that for comeback going?
I understand
hey.
that. But I'm also not holding my breath for them to bring him back at all.
No, me neither.
But then on top of that...
Let's talk about what if it happened.
That would be great. But what I'm going to tell you is what if this match did not happen at all, and instead you get a whole other scenario. Because the man's only got 2 years left on his contract. He wants a singles match at WrestleMania.
He wants a singles match at WrestleMania.
So what if it's just Dean defending the Intercontinental Championship against Dolph Ziggler, and this particular person you have here, Daniel Bryan, doesn't come back, and the other person, Kevin Owens, is instead in another match, which one of your favorites. So I don't know if we're going to discuss that later, but he's a particular NXT superstar that I would much rather see that match on the big stage.
That would be nice on the big stage.
And have Dean
I wish
versus
they would
Dolph.
go ahead and start doing something, start leaning some ways, It would be nice.
It would be great.
Looking at this match, the Intercontinental title right now
They did tease that, though. Remember, I don't know if you saw the video or not, but Kevin came back at an NXT live event and interrupted that particular person I'm talking about.
Well, maybe that's leaning that way.
And, of course, they had their altercation
right now, Intercontinental title is the hardest one to pick.
But it would not bother me for Dean versus Dolph. I thought they would tear the house down. I think it'd be a good match.
It would.
They gave them at least 10 minutes. I would be happy with 10 minutes.
It would
It'd
be
a
nice.
good 10-minute match. And, it wouldn't bother me either way. If Dean kept the belt or if Dolph won the belt at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
He does pretty decent at WrestleMania.
He does pretty good at WrestleMania.
So...
But looking over the Intercontinental title was the hardest one to pick, trying to see what they're going with right now. The rest of them kind of fall into place.
If you look at the Royal Rumble, there's a lot of different scenarios that they just center around Kevin Owens. A lot of the scenarios that they were
Yes.
they were dealing with him and Dean. They were dealing with him and AJ got into it. They were dealing with him and Sami Zayn. They I think
Because there was talk of Ambrose eliminating AJ.
right, which I think was really a bad idea.
Yeah, especially being him being a face.
Face, which I know it's Royal Rumble, every man for themselves.
Yes.
But it gave.
But if you're not leading the Intercontinental title match, then
Here's the thing, though. AJ Styles is so over in that match that it would have made them boo Dean Ambrose.
Yes.
That's a bad idea.
No.
So you put the heat on Kevin Owens, and it was a great idea.
Yeah, that's the one who needed it because
Exactly.
he
So
doesn't care.
it's like, okay, where do you go from here? Do you have Kevin Owens versus Dean versus AJ versus Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental Championship? You have a Fatal 4-Way. Or was it just, dream matches that they had Kevin fighting against to just tease you in the Royal Rumble? Because he did that same scenario with at least all three of them where they both were punching each other at the same time.
Yeah, yes.
So that's why I'm telling you, like, they teased all three of them.
Well,
So where do you go from there?
I think you're going to have Dolph and Kevin at Fastlane. Which
Okay.
if you do it at Fastlane, don't do it at WrestleMania.
But
I'm
if you
afraid
have-
they're going to do that a couple of times. I mean,
But if they have the two of them at Fastlane, the winner could go after the Intercontinental Champion, and that right there could give Dolph a good win at Fastlane to take on Dean Ambrose, and then here you go.
because I don't know if you saw this match, the Owens Kalisto match from SmackDown.
He lost.
Yeah, but he launched Kalisto into Dolph, who was at ringside.
Right. So,
And then they're keeping them together. So I don't.
which is fine, but I would end it at Fastlane, and I would have the winner go against the Intercontinental Champion, because Kevin is synonymous right now with the Intercontinental title, and I get that. So that's why I would take Dolph win against Kevin. Kevin is now on, let's say, a losing streak. He's lost to Dolph. He has lost
Yes.
to Kalisto. He loses to Dolph again at Fastlane. So then he feels like, okay, well, I've got to prove a point. So he goes back and rewinds time, and that's where you get the match with him and Sammy, because that's where he started with the WWE, was in NXT against Sammy. So why not have that happen again, but on a bigger stage so he can prove a bigger point? You see what I'm saying?
Oh, I know what
You
you're saying.
can go that route.
Oh, I know. I definitely see what you're saying.
But I'd much rather D versus D in Intercontinental Championship. Dolph versus Dean.
But
It wouldn't bother. I would be happy if Dolph won the belt at WrestleMania and had that big moment, that big singles title moment.
Oh, I'm fine with it. I just, like I said, Intercontinental title was the hardest one to write for.
Of
Because right
course.
now, they're leading you in so many different. I mean, hell, Dean could be fighting for the world title
Could
at
be.
WrestleMania.
If we talked about that direction, it could be very interesting that way.
There may not be an Intercontinental title match on the card, and it could still be Kevin Owens taking on Dolph at WrestleMania.
This is true.
Or Kevin taking on Sami Zayn at WrestleMania.
You never know. This next one is the WWE Divas Championship match.
I
Which
think this is a no-brainer.
I'm okay with it, but at the same time, I would much rather have been a singles match. I'd much rather see Charlotte defending the belt against Sasha in a one-on-one match, just them two, on the big stage with the spotlight just on them two. But they are continuing to involve Becky in the situation, and I don't watch it as much. So are they now involving Paige?
No.
Because you have all four of them on there, or is that just
That was what we was talking about before.
This would make sense. Is that what you're
It
saying?
would make sense, but I think you're going to take Paige out of the equation, and you may even put Brie in that equation if it goes fatal 4-way.
Because
It all
she's
depends,
getting a
because
title
Brie's
match
getting a
at
title
Fastlane.
shot against Charlotte at Fastlane.
So if there's any kind of shenanigans, she could
But
say
now
she has a right
Becky
to
and
be in a match.
Sasha are helping each other together, even though they hate each other, against the rest of
Team Bad.
Team Bad, yes. No more
So-
unity.
So more than likely, you'll get at Fastlane. This would be a good idea to have Sasha and Becky take on Team Bad at Fastlane.
Yes.
So
But
you get a tag team women's match, and you get a Charlotte versus Brie, and then in my opinion, if let Sasha get the pin in the tag match, and that solidifies her to go against Charlotte one-on-one at WrestleMania.
well, they're saying Becky's going to be the one to go one-on-one.
Becky's already had tons of chances.
Becky right now is leading the charge.
But they've been talking about since before even the Royal Rumble. They were talking about, but when they moved up to the main roster,
Charlotte, yes.
when the first day they moved to the main roster, they said Charlotte, Sasha for the title at WrestleMania, and it's money, and it'll work, and the two of them can go, the two of them can outshine the guys on that daggone WrestleMania pay-per-view.
Oh, it'd be a good one.
I think if they just do one-on-one, it'll be a whole lot better. I think it'll be good. And because when you start overcrowding matches, especially at WrestleMania, then it's like, who cares? Just like the Royal Rumble or the Battle Royal match they always have, it's overcrowded. Nobody cares about it. And then, you know, sometimes people get lost in the shuffle even in the ladder matches.
Yeah, but
at WrestleMania.
I'm glad you brought you. That's kind of a nice little segue
there.
I
segued very well. I read ahead.
Because I think it's going to be a ladder match.
And I wouldn't mind it.
It would. Last year was the Intercontinental ladder match. This year the United States ladder match. You got enough people.
It would be enough people, and you have Kalisto still your champion taking on Alberto Del Rio, Titus ONeil, Neville, The Miz, Stardust, and Heath Slater.
You know, since the social, I was putting Heath in there because the social outcast is kind of over, so put him in there.
Yes.
Stardust Stardust could be taken out, somebody else could be in. He's whatever. Miz is back in the spotlight. Miz could be in this match.
Miz daggum chipped his tooth at SmackDown. I don't know if you saw that or not.
He did.
I saw the video.
What did AJ?
Well, obviously. Clocked him right in the tooth.
Neville has fought Kalisto. That was a good match. Alberto, Titus is by himself now.
And they're building him up.
So,
I don't understand
I mean,
it. But yet, I think it was a live event. They had primetime players back together.
And then another live event, they had them broken apart.
So confusing.
Yes. And Goldust taking on Darren Young.
The way I look at it, okay, it's like, okay, they're pushing, who won that match? Darren Young or Goldust?
Goldust.
Thank you. They're pushing Titus ONeil, and they're suppressing the man.
Yes.
And they're going to get a lawsuit out of it. Because I'm telling you, they cannot, and I know this sounds funny, but they're not going to be able to ever release that man. They just can't do it.
They can't.
They made such a big deal out of him, they might as well put him in, keep him in that tag team so they have something for them.
Or something else, you know.
But
Something.
I'm totally okay with this. I mean, as long as you don't feud Titus and Darren ever again.
No,
Did not work.
No.
Splitting them up and doing all that against each other. No.
No.
But this ladder match, I'm fine with it. The people in the match,
That gives
I'm
everybody
okay
a good
with it.
thing because you got Alberto representing the League of Nations.
You got
Also a former United States champion.
right, and you've got Heath Slater representing his group.
Yep, social outcast.
Stardust technically representing his Cosmic Wasteland.
And like I said, but Stardust to come in, could go out, they could add.
Well, he was in last year's ladder match, correct?
So I think he was.
So it wouldn't bother me.
No.
I know I could. I mean, even though he's been pretty much a jobber here lately, he's been losing all the time.
Titus.
Yes, which that ties them to into it. But at the same time, they were still respect Cody enough to have him on the WrestleMania cards. So even if he's just in the shuffle of a ladder match,
Right.
I think he'll still be on there, even though they don't really use him there very well on their weekly shows. I think he'll still have get the decent payday for being on the show and all that. So, I could see him being in a ladder match like that.
Oh yeah. Now we have the tag team match. The tag teams we have could easily do this.
Could easily do it. You could do it even more people than that.
But probably just be New Day versus whatever. They probably, and then the rest of the guys will be stuck.
But I like the idea of a gauntlet match.
But once this one's been done, hey, it's WrestleMania. It's Dallas. It's 100,000 seats.
Let's be bigger.
Let's come on.
Everything's bigger in Texas, right?
Right.
So you got the Dudleys down here. You got the Usos. You got Swagger and Henry. You've got Golden Truth, which that's all automatically what they're leading up to. Is they're gonna end up teaming
Of course
people.
they are.
They've got the Asension on here. They have Sheamus and Rusev.
Yeah, there you go. 2 League of Nations members.
Obviously, because what else do they have? They're not going to be in the title
No.
picture. And then the Hype Bros, because they're talking about bringing them up to the main roster.
And what a way to do it.
What a way to do it, ladies and gentlemen. But and even if you wanted more teams that could easily lose.
I see Los Matadors is still together. We haven't changed
which
them.
they said they were supposed to be changing their gimmick, and I wish they would. Just leave that mess alone.
I'd say they could be added to.
They could. That's
a
what I was
gauntlet
about to
match,
say.
it doesn't matter. You come in there, you get beat, you're back on.
Right.
You know?
Los Matadors could lose easily. Ascension's going to lose easily.
Yeah.
Swagger and Henry probably going to lose easily. So you need. I would like to see them give a little spotlight to Henry because this may be his last WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And he's from Texas, so I wouldn't start it out with New Day in the Gauntlet match, but I would start it out with someone like
I would
Swagger
definitely
and
not start with
Henry.
New Day. New Day would be toward the end.
They don't need to go the whole distance, right?
No.
So Swagger and Henry could start, and they could take out the Ascension. Boom, they beat a team. That makes them look good, right?
Yep.
Boom, they beat Los Matadors. Boom, they beat a team. There you go. Then Then you bring in like Sheamus and Rusev.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
Sheamus and Rusev,
Takes.
because hey, the American guys getting knocked down by the League of Nations.
Yeah.
All writes itself.
It does.
Sheamus and Rusev then take out Swagger and Henry, and then they could take out Golden Truth, and then the Usos can come in and beat Sheamus and Rusev. Hype Bros come in, Usos beat them, then the Dudleys come in.
Yeah.
And then you could go either way. You could have the Dudleys beat the Usos, and then they...
Well, maybe you should have New Day come in, then the Dudleys. These Dudleys or Usos need to be the one, the two last teams.
Right.
Both faces.
Yes, those three should obviously be in the finals.
Yes.
Somewhere. One of the last two, New Day's going to be the last team, and it's either a toss-up between the Dudleys and the Usos are going to be the last
Right.
teams. Everybody else is interchangeable. They're going to lose.
Right. It
Right.
doesn't make no difference.
But it would be a good match. I mean, just the dynamic off of that, y'all better give me a daggum cut of the money, because I just gave y'all a whole scenario for your whole match, and it works.
It works. And
It
it gets
put-
people in there.
Puts over Henry, then it puts over the League of Nations taking out the American people.
Even the Hype Bros could get a match on somebody, win on somebody, and they think they could do something. Then the New Day takes out the Hype Brothers, you know?
Exactly.
Hype Bros. So, I mean, it works. And a gauntlet hasn't been done in a while. We need to do stuff that hasn't been done in
Because right now
a
you got
while.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You add in Lost by the Door, so that's 9. You can even add in a legendary team. Just a random team to make 10 teams.
Yeah.
You don't have to deal with the NXT guys, because I don't want to look bad on WrestleMania.
Too cool.
You can do that's exactly what I was thinking
how
of,
about
too cool.
London and Kendrick?
London and Kendrick.
How about just bringing somebody who hasn't been around in a while and
Bring
them
the
back?
headbangers in there.
I mean, there's people you can bring in.
Just to put over the younger guys.
Yep.
And you make 10 complete teams right there. Because I don't like odd numbers.
No.
So.
Very weird, I know.
Yes, but last but not least,
Yeah.
it's all written in the stars. It's written in the sky. You can see it clearly.
Unless they're going to swerve us.
There's no rain at this point in time, because right now you got the WWE. I don't know why you got... Oh, I thought you had the C over here on him. What the heck? WWE World Heavyweight Championship match.
It's just the future then if I had to see over
Right.
there. Though.
Roman Reigns, who will beat Dean and Brock Lesnar, and he's going to end up pinning his own best friend, his
He is.
brother. He's going to pin Dean, because they're not having Brock pin, because guess what, people?
Brock's going to be taken out by the Wyatt family.
The Wyatt family, which is probably a match we're going to discuss next week.
So back to the back we go with Brock and Bray fighting, and it leaves Dean and them, and then turn around and Superman punch and
So
spear.
you're pretty much already discussing the match for next week, because I mean that's one of the 5
It
more
is.
than likely.
It is.
So there you go. But
Come on.
so Roman beats Dean. Roman goes to WrestleMania. He takes on the World Heavyweight Champion, which is Triple H. And then it says on here, add The Rock into the corner of Roman Reigns and have Stone Cold as the referee.
Since he's done with wrestling.
Exactly, and the McMahons could be in Triple H's corner.
Come on, you have Vince and Stephanie
Oh,
over
no.
here. You have Stone Cold, Steve Austin as your referee. You have The Rock. Come on, it writes. I mean, it's a big
It's
main
either
event.
Stone Cold, or you can do the whole looks like a swerve job and put Shawn as the referee, which they are talking about that. Put Shawn as the referee, and he looks like he's going to help his friend, but then he has no choice, but he has to count the 3.
After he super kicks under.
Right. There you go.
Too bad, honey. You can't get it back. Sorry.
Nope, can't
Join
do that.
Sting and Daniel Bryan is getting kicked and nothing, no rip.
But he may not kick him at all.
Repercussions.
It may just be that Roman beats the tar out of Triple H so bad that he hesitates. He goes 1, 2, he hesitates, and then there's no kick out, so he just goes for the 3 because he tries to wait as long as he can
Of
to
course.
try to let Triple H kick out, but it
Kick.
just doesn't happen.
I mean, he kicked Undertaker into
And
a
then you'll
pedigree.
have the big moment in the front row. You'll have Sika. You'll have Roman's sisters. You'll have Matt Anawahi, a.k.a. Rosie.
You'll have Rock's family.
You have The Rock's mother there. You'll have the whole 9
Ronda
yards.
Rousey will be there. Why is she there? And all.
Right.
She's just there to be
Maybe
there.
even Afa will be there. I mean, the whole Samoan clan will be
Yes.
there. The Samoan dynasty will be there. And then you get
All they have
that.
to do is if they show us the family for it, if it gets started.
But the family was there
Yes.
last year. and
Tell you to
Roman-
quit. Leave. Just leave because you lost.
Right. Which, I mean, I'm around him once a month. I have never heard that story, so I don't know if that's true or not, or if the internet made that mess up.
I think they made it
Um,
just because.
But anyway, so I mean, then you get that feel good moment, because
But if
last year they did not get to do it because, oh my goodness.
They did get the feel. People love Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins. What I'm saying, they feel good moment with Roman and his family and the confetti, and his hugging all the family.
That's what I think of that.
It's just because you don't like John Cena 2.0.
I sure don't.
But Roman in and of itself, if they don't push him like John Cena, Roman's fine. I like Roman. I'm okay with Roman. But it's like identical pushing, basically, and I don't like that. But
It is identical pushing.
he is. But, I mean, and he's just doing his job. He's just doing his job. He's doing what he's told to do.
Yeah.
That's creative decision. Because Roman's a good athlete. I mean, Roman. The only thing is, he's got to have more of his own personality come out in his promos, and it's got to be him more or less talking, not suffering succotash, which was a Vince McMahon line, because that's where he lacks a little bit in that. Is just talking, but he has the athleticism. He has the wrestling ability.
He's got the look.
He has the look. He has the look, and it's not like he's muscle bound. He's not like a Batista or Bryan. He's not that big, but he does have the look. I just wish I'd get rid of the vest. So that's all.
And that, folks, was Carter's Corner.
Right. A subsection of the Hogan Hangout. Yeah.
But it tweaks. It's just, I don't like it to be rammed down our throats. And that's what happens now. That's what's happening. With a lot of people, you're like, well, these people up here, you don't give them a shot at nothing. You don't give them a little bit of push. You just start.
See, I like the more genuine pushing of, oh, well, they're really getting behind this guy, because they always say, well, you got to reach for the glass ceiling. Well, when you go for the glass ceiling and you still refuse to listen to the cheers, then it doesn't feel like you're going for that whole concept. Yeah. Why do you talk about the glass ceiling and everything?
Grab the brass ring.
The brass ring, exactly. If like, okay, well, look at,
Oh, well, you're getting over too much, and not by our standards, so we need to cut you down.
Right.
So that pisses the fans off.
But then they say, oh, we love our fans. We wouldn't be anywhere without our fans. Well, then if that's the case, then listen to the fans. Who are they cheering? Who are they booing? I'm telling you right now, okay, with all the boos going on, if they talk about wanting to push people identically, they gave him the Daniel Bryan storyline, they gave Roman the Stone Cold storyline, they gave him the John Cena storyline, give him the Rock storyline. Turn him heel, make him the corporate champion, people.
I wouldn't mind that.
Make him the corporate champion. Have him come out in a suit. No longer come out through the audience. Screw the audience. I'm not coming through there. You people aren't good enough for me.
Exactly.
Have him go and put on a suit, and he pulls his hair up and he ties it up to make it look more proper, more corporate, and he puts his nose up at you people, and it's the Rock storyline. And guess what? Once the Rock turned on the corporation, what happened? He went over huge as a face. I'm telling you, it's got to be more authentic. It can't just be rubbed in our face.
Could he turn during the match?
Where he joins up with the guy he's beating up?
Yeah.
How do you join up with the guy you're beating up?
I
mean, the finger poke of doom? I guess that would work.
No, we don't want that. I was saying that, but no, we do not want that. But say, they have a competitive match. Hunter gives him everything he's got.
Yes.
And he still wins. Roman wins.
Yes.
Hunter offers the hand. You think Roman's not going to shake the hand? Roman shakes the hand. And you get one of these with Hunter holding it up and pointing at Roman.
Respect. They could do it that way. And then his next title defense, one-on-one, and here out comes the Authority. Out comes Triple H, out comes Stephanie. And you think, oh, they're going to screw Roman again.
Well, you'd have to have his title defense against Dean.
Okay, but
because Dean would be kind of pissed. Like,
I understand that.
What are you doing shaking his hand for?
Right, I get that.
But I see what you're saying.
He could just say it was a respectful thing. No.
Oh, you're not giving Hunter the rematch?
No, he's part-timer. He don't need the rematch.
Okay.
He doesn't need the rematch for this to work. His next title match at the pay-per-view after WrestleMania.
Same rules.
So whatever. He has a match, and out comes Stephanie and Triple H. So Stephanie's distracting the ref. Triple H is getting in the ring. And you think, oh crap, because both guys were up, so he's going to come in and he's going to cost Roman Reigns. This is every month.
That's what needs to be
all the time, every month this happens. The referee's distracted because she's talking to Stephanie, and then boom, pedigree on the opponent.
Dean.
And then triple Roman. I don't know why I just said it. Anyway, Roman Reigns.
1,
2, 3. And he doesn't even do a move. He just takes the pedigree. He lets him do the pedigree, and he just it goes ahead and pins him.
And it writes itself.
There you go. And now you
think
have...
it's just a fun battle, yeah.
Then you have, friendly battle between two brothers. But then, all of a sudden...
Because they don't be together. Just say it's show respect. I don't know. It's just, hey, I caught up in the moment. I don't know why. Then you have the authority. Give Dean a shot after he wins the number 1 contenders match. Like he's trying to,
Right.
Hell, they could even kind of help the authority, making you think the authority is really going to help Dean.
Right.
And
then the
big
pedigree
swerve.
happens, the big swerve job, and then at the end of it, all the confetti comes down and Extreme Rules, and Stephanie's holding up one arm, Triple H is holding up the other arm, and there you go. Then you've got your main heel, and guess who comes back? But Seth Rollins! And now you've taken Seth Rollins. It now goes full circle because you took the guy who turned on both of them. He did his job as the main heel. He got hurt. So here's the glorious comeback. And what the crap? Triple H left Shane, or not Shane. They left Shane too. They said leave.
Shane, yes.
They left Seth Rollins to pretty much, let's just say they left him to die. They left him to rot.
Yeah.
They
didn't
had him
call.
over here.
They didn't check on him.
No checking on him.
Once he was gone, they just forgot like trash. Yesterday's news.
And so then he comes back.
Right for WWE.
Right. Seth Rollins comes back and says, they didn't care about me. They're going to do the same thing to you, Roman. They're going to spit you out as soon as they're done with you. And then it's on to the next guy. Just like they did with Sheamus. Look, now they don't care about Sheamus because they care about you. They did the same thing to me. And then boom, Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns. They have a match. Dean, of course, gets involved. Guess what? Because Dean deserves a rematch because Triple H screwed him. Triple threat. Y'all always wanted it. I just gave it to you.
But they wanted WrestleMania. We could leave it alone.
But I just gave it to you.
He did. I mean, it's there.
I just gave you a whole year.
Roman has to be the heel champion.
It works.
It does work.
I just gave y'all like at least a half year to a year worth of stories.
And you can swerve it. Like I said, you swerve it. You swerve it, and you make everybody believe that Dean is going to join the authorities. I mean, you just all over it. Have Roman questioning. And the whole time, Roman's been with the authority. The whole time. It works.
You could even have the League of Nations come out during the Dean versus Roman match and actually attack Roman. They could attack Roman because they're not on payroll. It wasn't Triple H's idea for them to come out.
Right.
So then later on, once they reveal that Roman's with them, then he could chastise the League of Nations for getting involved in business that wasn't theirs.
Yep.
Because he's there. That's not his chosen person at this time. It's not Sheamus or whatever. So then, boom, you got something else right now. Now you got a WrestleMania rematch because now you got Sheamus pissed off at Triple H. Oh, I got you another match. Oh my gosh! Stop me while I'm ahead. What is wrong with me?
Boy, you're hot.
Oh,
you're
my
hot
goodness.
tonight.
Too much of that Java Monster. Not a sponsor, but still help me out here. Too much of that.
I mean,
I just gave y'all like a year worth of storylines.
And I wonder why. Oh, I know. Fresh minds.
What?
Fresh minds.
You can contact us on our YouTube page.
That's right.
And we will give you our contact info, and we will take that payday and we will run with it, son.
Mm-hmm. Well, that is it for part 3. Let's talk about that. We
Send me
did a
down to
great
NXT.
job
I'd rather just work down there.
Oh, they're great already. So.
We can make them greater.
And we're not even talking about John Cena being back in the picture. See, we didn't
Oh,
put John
see?
Cena back in the picture.
Doesn't he have to worry about him because he's in Hollywood right now. He said he would never do that. He'd never do it. He'd never do it. He ain't after all. He ain't. Guess what? When you get old, you change your mind, didn't you, brother? Because we don't need him. We don't need him. I just gave you a year worth of storylines.
I know, but you still have John Cena out there.
Sheamus is now a face. Sheamus, Triple H. You got Seth as a face taking on Roman Reigns, along with Dean Ambrose being put in the mix. Now you got a triple threat for the title. Now you got the Authority taking on the
League of
Nations. Oh my gosh. What in the world you could even bring back? Look at there. To put over the League of Nations, to put over Rusev and Del Rio, or whoever's teaming up together at the time, they could take on J&J Security, who are back to now be with Roman. J&J Security can now lose to the League of Nations. Now I just made all 4 League of Nations good guys. What just happened?
I don't know what happened.
Wow. Guess what? Y'all ain't going to pay me, so if you use it, I'm suing.
Yeah, we have it on video.
We do have it on video.
But that is it for part 3. Let's talk about that. We're going to come back
With
with part
some
4.
Carter's Corner
That's
and
something.
some of Hogan's Hangout.
That's right. Next, part 4 of the list.
The Twista Myth.
And we're going to start with something new.
No!
We're going to start with the top 15 predictions on what the WWE will look like in 2020.
Hopefully they'll have clear vision. 2020.
2020. Very good.
You're welcome.
That's good. We'll also continue on our number 3
We're almost
of shocking firings of WWE
No one
superstars
saw
that no one saw coming. Plus, a new
I got a lot
thing
of
too. Biggest match WWE should have booked in the 80s, but didn't.
What?
We're starting off with that too.
So that's going to be big. 13 of them
That'll
suckers.
be 13 of those. Remaining. That's
That's
it.
well, I'm glad I got my beverages today.
Well, we'll read them together. So, but that is it. So come on back to part 4. Part 4, yes. He just lost it. Of the list. And since you're choking, that don't miss.
Oh my gosh.
Right here at Top Road Reality. I'm Mike Hogan.
I'm Jessica.
We'll see in a few clicks. New Sean. Jeez, New Sean.
We got a new shit.